Yeah, so if you're here, tap the screen. I get to do it a lot faster, you see. And thank you to everybody that's in here genuinely showing love. Thank you, Jackie and Michaela and Michelle. Thank you, everybody. Davey, baby, my darling, I love you too. I love you too. Do you know what? I love having all my originals here. Yeah, I love it. Clover, Jay, Davey, baby. Yes. Thank you, Claire and Lisa. Thank you so much. Don't be mean, tap the screen. Absolutely, I love you too, Angie, Denise and Sammy. Thank you. We're popular number 14, guys. Oh, I tell you what, you're working this screen hard today. I'm surprised we're not having glitches. Steve, Spirit Girl and Vix. Hello back to Cape Verde, darling. Hello, 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 hello. Popular number 50, yeah, exactly. And you do this for me in 5 minutes. This is why Miss Red is a force to be reckoned with. Love or hate me, I've got an amazing support in here, and hence why so many people watch in the morning, because you know all about it. Yes, thank you, Jade and Holly. Thank you, Mama Bear. Thank you so much, and Titch, Angie. Right, so we're nearly up to them 300k likes. I've never seen that screen tap so fast in my life, but we're here for it. We're at the 300k in 6 minutes. Thank you, Mark. All right, guys. So where are we? We're number 14 on most popular, and that's not bad. 6 minutes, guys, you did that. I don't think there's many creators that can get up there in 6 minutes, but you do that for me. Thank you very much. I love and appreciate every single one of you. So guys, we've got 51 shares. A big love, Rebecca, my darling, and Stacey and Angie. We've got 53 shares. Let's share the live out, because I'm sure people are interested to hear what I've got to say. Eyebrows on fleek. I got a new eyebrow pencil, Elena. Ellen, I got a new eyebrow pencil. Thank you for the quack quack. Yeah, I invested in one yesterday, and I paid for it as well. Oh, thank you, Mark and Miss Kelly. Big love, Mark. Mark, thank you so much. No, I'm here, Miss Day. Oh, big love, my Lins. Thank you, Michelle. Jane, I love you too, and Jade. Oh, Miss Queen. I don't know about Miss Queen. Miss Red will do. Oh, Claire, thank you. Thank you, Claire, for that. Tammy and Froz, Lucy, you really all love me, don't you? Ah, Lindsay sent us up to Yaya. Who else? Who else got a sub? Oh, I think I missed them. I love you too, Jane. Thank you, Queenie. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, I am noticing you, Turk, whatever your name is. I don't understand it. I can't read it, but I notice you. I see everything this morning. The eyes are open wide. Yes. Oh, Linz. Oh, MVP, my Linz. Thank you, Linz, darling. Ah, thank you, Linz. I love all the love. Yes. Thank you, Linz, my love, and everybody else. So, popular number 10, Interstellar, subscriptions, wristbands, taps. I'm so loved. Can we MVP Linz in the chat, please, guys? If you are a subscriber. Big love, Laura. We have. You missed out on Saturday. I did, Linz. You know, guys. So what Linz is referring to is I had a box battle on Saturday with Spartans. Big love, Marie. However, I did fall asleep about 6:45, and I didn't wake up till about 11 o'clock at night. Oh, Raven, thank you for the subscriptions. So, believe it or not, I wasn't avoiding the battle, because I've got nothing to avoid. I genuinely fell asleep. That is genuinely what happened. Believe it or not, Miss Red fell asleep, and she missed the box battle. Oh. Because Miss Red did nothing wrong over the weekend, apart from have a weekend off, which I did state on Friday. Guys, I won't be out on the weekend because I'm spending the weekend with my husband, and his family come down to see us. Thank you, Stormy Rain and Dixie Girl. So that's why I wasn't active on TikTok over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Not because I'm avoiding situations, because I have a life. Imagine, Miss Red has a life. Yes. And she falls asleep, but oh no, she's avoiding situations. Piss off. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Lexington. Can't go. Oh, We're 32k away, guys, from 99 on the leaderboards. And we've only been on 9 minutes. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Alice. Guys, as we've got 4.9k people in the room, could you please send a heart me? Thank you very much. Yes. Even if you don't like me, just send one anyway, please. Because you're in for a hell of a morning, I think, this morning. But before we get into everything, thank you, everybody. Let's play the iconic BBC News theme. And apparently I play this news theme, the BBC News theme specifically, because I'm in with the BBC. Yes, imagine that. I'm in with the BBC. And we all know about the BBC scandal. Yes, that's why I play the BBC News theme, because I'm in with the BBC. Yes, the BBC. Imagine this 43-year-old, you know, working class housewife sat in the dusty kitchen in with the BBC. Oh. Alexa, play the BBC News theme.
Getting Global News podcast from Apple Podcasts.
Alexa, off. Alexa, play the BBC News theme. Thank you, everybody. Alexa, play the BBC News theme. It's going to be the news.
Palestinians in Gaza are making their way.
Alexa, off. I can't go. I can't go this morning. Alexa, play the BBC News theme. I'm going to fuck it out the window, is what I'm going to do. I'm having this news theme played. Alexa, play the BBC News theme.
BBC News theme by TV Theme Tune Factory on Amazon Music.
Good morning and welcome to the Miss Red Show on this wonderful Monday morning. The sun is out, the rain clouds have gone, hopefully. So today we are going to be having FYP opinions, and we're going to centre it, yes Miss T, thank you, around events that have happened over the weekend. Well, I have had the weekend off because I have a life and a family. Guys, buckle up, buttercups. Oh, someone sent a treasure box. Oh, Cockapoo, thank you for the treasure box, darling. Alexa, off. So, guys, Miss T, weren't even that bad, the music this morning, guys. If you're new to the room, usually straight after Alexa, something really loud plays and it gives me a heart attack. And usually Bonnie Clips gets that, captures it and nuts it. However, it was a fail this morning. So guys, I'm going to stop chatting nonsense because you're all here to hear my opinion on events that happened over the weekend. A very good friend of mine, Pearl, got into a situation and she said something horrendous. We all know what I'm talking about. I don't need to play any videos and I'm not going to play any videos. I am aware that there have been lives all over the weekend fired up over this situation. It happened on Friday night where basically Pearl said a racist comment to swearing shepherdess. We all know what comment was made. Was the comment racist? Absolutely, the content was racist, and the black community and every person of colour has the rights to be offended with what was said. However, do I believe Pearl said it with racist intentions? No. And the reason I'm going to say this is because had she had said any other words, right, in that sentence that was deemed racist, I would have had a different outlook, okay? But because it was a word that she uses in her vocabulary, which is orangutan, you know, everybody gets called an orangutan, whether you're Luke, the grandkids, CLA, Angie, everyone gets called that word to Pearl. From Pearl, sorry, okay? Was it said to the wrong person and in the wrong situation? Absolutely, absolutely. It was horrendous. My gut dropped when I heard it. And, you know, I spoke to Pearl, obviously. We had a really long conversations over hours, actually, I had with Pearl. And you know, it was hard. It was an horrendous weekend, not just for, you know, the person that the comment was said to, but for Pearl and everybody else of the black community that would have been offended by that and is offended by that. Like I say, do I believe my friend is racist? Absolutely not. It's the first time I've ever heard her come out with something like that. Like I say, I think it was said to the wrong person at the wrong time. I think Pearl, she doesn't read a room, basically, but it is a word that she has said on many of occasions when arguing or, you know, endearing, you know, when she's speaking to the families and she's calling them, you know, little orangutan. She had an argument with Ange, you know, it was an orangutan. But like I say, I promise you guys, this isn't me condoning what Pearl has said, what Pearl said to Swearing Shepherdess. It was racist what Pearl said. I'm not going to deny that at all. But was it done with racist intent? I don't believe it was, and I will risk my TikTok platform on that. And I'm not just saying it because she's my friend, and I would have dragged the fuck out of them. You know, I'll drag anybody that has been racist, transphobic, homophobic. I open my boxes and we have this massive debate, like when CLA did it, Jack, Rach, Gemzino. I open my boxes and we hash it out. You know, just because Pearl is my friend, I wouldn't give her a pass, but because she has said that previously, many occasions, this is why I don't believe she said it with racist intent. However, what she did say was racist. At the end of the day, right, Pearl has a big gob, all right, and she doesn't read a room. Like I say, what was said to Swearing Shepherdess was terrible, and I don't condone racism in any way. You know, like I say, I stand up for racism. I'm anti-racist, you know what I mean? I won't have it. I'll call it out every day of the week. I've done it so many times, but people have a right to be angry, upset. But I just feel like with Pearl, I think it was the education needed behind why it was so offensive. I do believe over the last couple of days she's learnt a very, very, very valuable lesson, you know. And like I say, it was an isolated incident, right? Still doesn't condone what's been said, but with creators like CLA and everybody else, it's repetitive stuff. And how nobody doesn't know about what CLA has said, I don't believe that for a minute. I don't believe it for a minute. And you know what annoys me the most is it doesn't matter how many times a person apologises, you know, sorry's not good enough. You know, Pearl's apologised over and over again, absolutely, which she should apologise. But when is enough enough? Do you want blood? Do you want a human sacrifice? You know, I just feel with Pearl, I love her, you know, she's a really good friend of mine. I will stand by her on this occasion because I know that it was a word that she used, and I don't believe she would do it again. I think she's learnt massively. She's learnt massively from this, and I think what we need to do is not forgive or forget, but just allow her to be human and fuck up, educate her. And, you know, if she ever does anything like this again, then you can jump on it, you know. And that is my opinion. What she said was terrible. I don't condone it, but I don't believe it was said with to Laura with racist. You know, there was racism behind it. Wrong word to the wrong person at the wrong time. And she's going to learn and has learned massively from this. And that's my stance on it, guys, and I'm not going to change. So for the 6.1k people in here, if you don't agree with what I've said, I don't expect you to. I don't expect you to follow me, and you know, if you're upset with what I've said, I'm standing with Pearl because I know she's got a good heart. She's a lovely woman. She's an amazing friend. She's one of the most genuine people you will ever meet in your life. I promise you that. But she's a gobshite and she doesn't read a room. I love her and I'm going to stand by her. But hopefully and I don't think she would ever fuck up again. But we can't be wanting, you know, blood from her or human sacrifice. She's made a mistake. Just please give her a chance to prove herself. That's all I'm asking for, you know, because if ever I fucked up on this app, I really would love to have a second chance. I would love for people to give me the benefit of the doubt, and that's it. I really, really would. However, the black community and people of colour, they have every right to take offence to what she said. They have every right to take offence. What I'm talking about, the reason Pearl is because Pearl's involved in this situation. No, it's not something we've ever had from Pearl before. You know, CLA continuously, Gemzino continuously. Yeah. So if like I say, CLA was an isolated incident. That night she said the N-word 14 times. I could say, you know, let's kind of like not forgive and forget, but just give her an opportunity to redeem herself. But with her, it's repetitively. With Gemzino, it's repetitively. But with Pearl, I know it's not going to be. It was a fuck up, wrong word to the wrong woman at the wrong time. And that's why I'm saying that, guys. You know, not just because she's a friend, because it was a major fuck up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the boxes, guys, so you can all come in and have your opinion. Obviously, because of the situation that I'm talking about, I would like the black community and people of colour to join the boxes, please. You know, so... Do we have any mods, guys? Can the mods... Thank you, mods. Right. I think Paige is dropped. Can you put Paige back in, please? Torian, Paige, baby. Hi, Hayley. Hi, darling.
Yeah, I just wanted to come on and say, we went out at the
Hi, darling.
weekend with one of our friends, Bob,
Hi.
and he is half Jamaican, half Nigerian. And I showed him the video of what Luke had said and the video of what Pearl said, and asked him if he felt it was racist, and he said absolutely not.
Yeah.
And there was a lady in your box the other day that said about imitating accents is racist. And I asked him, because we do it to him all the time. And I said, is it racist when we sort of do your accent? And he said, no. He actually just thinks it's funny. You know, he doesn't, and he watched both the videos and he said, like, he didn't feel, I know obviously everyone's got different opinions, but he personally didn't feel it was. So, yeah, I'd come on. I just asked his opinion while we was out with him on Saturday just to see.
Well, the thing is, what Luke got framed for wasn't racist. You know, I think he just had. I just think something was trying to be pinned on him to fit a narrative. So, guys, can you stop taking Paige Baby out of the box, please? Leave Paige Baby in the box. What happened with Pearl over the weekend? You know, that was a racist comment that was put towards swearing shepherdess, but like I say, Pearl isn't right. Pearl did not intend to do that with racism behind it.
They're saying
I don't know who's disconnecting Paigey, but can you stop?
Can you stop disconnecting Paige, please, from the box?
Yeah, set up Hayley's come here with her script. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
What mod disconnecting me?
I don't know, Paigey, but stop.
You definitely just heard the whole person whose stage it is say I want to hear black voices, and you just disconnected me 4 fucking times. Is that a joke?
Sorry,
Are you actually? And if it is EQ, this is exactly why you need to grow up. Like, this isn't one of your fun trolling games. This is a very serious topic.
Guys, sorry, Paigey. If anybody disconnects anybody from the box, I will take away the box powers from mods. I'm asking you, please respect this room at the minute. It's not funny. It's a serious situation. Please don't ding anybody from the boxes. Thank you very much. Right, guys, everybody can unmute.
Hi, can I just work, so I can't actually stay for long. So I just want to say my piece, and then I have to get back to work, unfortunately. Yeah, so obviously, I've got a few things to say. My first thing is obviously Pearl. Now, obviously, I hear everyone saying that she had no intention, she's not racist, and yada yada yada, which is all okay. And when she done her apology at first, I genuinely thought that she was being genuine and kind of understanding, right? But as the days have gone on, I've seen her go back on live and basically saying fuck everyone who keeps she's not apologizing anymore, and whoever don't like it. But it's like when she's referenced it, she's saying you lot are sending me threats, you lot are doing this, you lot are doing that. And my thing is this: if you're gonna apologize, stand by it, forget all the extra stuff.
I promise you, faithfully, that woman means her apology, right? She's ranked, right, just like everybody else. She's had an horrendous 3 days, obviously, rightfully so. She hasn't been sleeping. She's been getting, her family's been being targeted. It's a heightened state.
But okay, I understand that, Miss Regia, but my family's also been targeted. I've been getting death threats on my children. Like I showed yesterday, I've got people wishing grape on my children that are not even 11 years old. I've been getting told to get back, I'm a scum, I'm this and that. Literally all through these 3 days, the amount of death threats and messages I'm getting off people is not okay. And I don't hear no one saying, oh, well, Torian's received death threats. Like, come on.
I didn't know, Torian, darling. I didn't know that you'd received death threats.
Yeah, no, obviously you was off the app, but I was showing it yesterday in the live.
I'm so
I can
sorry.
even put them up now. Literally, I've been getting told that my kids deserve to die a painful death. Like all these things, you blacks, like it's not okay. And I don't agree with anybody sending death threats, but I genuinely believe those death threats that that Pearl is receiving, right? I don't think it's from the black community. I generally don't think it is from the black community.
Do you know what, Torian?
I feel like also what else made it worse? Sorry.
No, darling, guys, these threats could be from anybody.
I understand that, but obviously that's just my opinion. But I feel like also what made it worse for Pearl is Tony. After Pearl went live and we actually spoke about it and whatever, it was fine. He then went on live, started abusing me and Paige and everyone, calling me a bitch, calling another black girl a pedlo. Do you know how damaging it is to call someone a pedlo without full-on evidence? If I turn around now and call Tony a pedlo, I'll be getting the rift of everything. Like what he's done is not okay. It is not okay on so many levels. And to be honest, he has made it so much worse for Pearl. And I'm not saying that's Pearl's fault, because it's not. But I feel like where he's a representation of Pearl, like he's admitted, what he's gone and done is literally nothing that he stands for. And I'm sure it's nothing that Pearl stands for. Do you get what I mean? But
can I just say to Victoria?
In the live, Donna, is Tony here?
Do you know what? I haven't seen Tony since the other morning. No, you know, on TikTok. I sent him a message on Saturday morning, was it? And he hasn't even read it. I've not seen him about. I've not seen anything. But he shouldn't be speaking to you that way, Torian.
And guys, in the comments, I said, if you lot heard me, I said it is nothing to do with Pearl. It is not her fault, but he has made her look 10 times worse. Like literally that day, if I don't know, obviously Miss Reggie wasn't there, but it was disgusting. Like it was literally disgusting, and I don't deserve that, and no female deserves that. This man goes on live talking about protecting females and protecting the children of this app. There's black kids on this app, by the way. There is young black children on this app. My daughter's on this app.
Torian, when you finish, is there something I can say after?
Racist, what do you not think it does to her self-esteem as a young black woman, young black girl? Like it's not cool. Other than that, I just feel like a lot of people need to bring more awareness onto race, because it is a big thing on this app. Like it's ridiculous. But
do you know what, Torian? I feel like this has paved the way eventually. And do you know what I was saying to Cockapoo this morning? You know, it massively paved the way.
Yeah. No, I understand that, but I'm gonna stop yapping on. I'm gonna let Paige take over.
Can I say something? Because Miss Red, I've never been in a box before, but I hate to interrupt people. But I just want to preface this with the fact that I am a woman of colour. I'm black, I'm Chinese, and I'm white. I've also been through loads of racial abuse about being Chinese, about being black, being not white enough to be in the white community, not black enough to be in the black community. And I just want to say, some people do not see colour, and I don't believe that Pearl has said that in a malicious way, because she said it to white people. She said it to this lady of colour.
Thank you.
Right? And I think the more we divide, the more we are making this a divisive situation. We're making it about black. We're making it about white. The more we divide it, the more racism is going to happen. And not, oh, come on, because not everyone sees colour. No, my daughter's very white. My dad is a completely black man. My mother is a Chinese woman, okay? So I think the more we make it about race, the more we talk about race, the more division we are going to cause, and the more of an issue racism is going to be. Sorry. It's not, racism and racism and racism, bringing it up all the time. And also, white people being offended on behalf of people of colour or behalf of black people, that is more offensive to me, actually, than being called anything to do with my race. So we just need to stop with the race shit, okay? Because we're causing division, we're causing bullshit, and it needs to stop. That's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you, Ellie. Thank you very much.
I've never got in the box, but I need to.
This is what I was saying, that like when I was like kind of like talking about the Pearl situation, was what she said racist, yes, but she didn't do it with racist intentions, because
I want to preface what I said with, I might interpret things differently because I have autism. However, I'm not going to like use that and say, oh look, this is.
You're not deconstructing.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm not going to say like, okay, I'm autistic, I say this wrong, so this is why. I'm not excusing it, I'm just saying, if there is something that doesn't make any sense, like you say Griffin, that might be why, because I don't think the same as a lot of other people do, but I do believe in this case, I'm just trying to not let any division keep cropping up, because the more we go on about it, the more division there's going to be.
Yeah.
And it's not awareness, thank you. We're all aware that racism exists, particularly myself, in 3 races. So don't. Okay,
Ellie, can I ask you a quick question, darling?
Yeah.
Do you understand that there's so when you're saying she didn't have racist intent, I believe that you're saying it in the sense of Pearl doesn't hate people due to the colour of their skin, don't want to pitchfork people because they're black, that kind of racist.
Yeah.
Do you not agree that there's different forms of racist or racism?
Absolutely, there is. But the fact
what
that
do you
Pearl
define to be someone? So a racist is someone that is only pitchful and don't like black people because of the colour of their skin.
No.
So what, I don't know. Sorry, I just want to finish before you can answer.
Absolutely finish.
What do you define? So it takes someone to say something racist, but they're not a racist.
No, there's microaggressions, lots of things.
Racist.
You can.
Okay, so my point is
racist.
that everyone doing the whole Pearl is the intent is taking away the fact of what Pearl actually did. If Pearl was sorry, she wouldn't have gone on live again yesterday, because I was fine with Pearl. In the terms of I respect.
I didn't see the live yesterday, but Pearl's obviously had a shit
Okay,
weekend.
guess what? So have
She's a
I.
human being. But yeah, I'm sure you have. But and I'm not
For the backdrop, and I've not come on and offended one community. Okay, I'm going to mute until I don't want to go back and forth. I wanted to actually finish a conversation, and this is another thing. Like, unless you're on the side of Pearl, you're not allowed to speak. Clearly,
I'm not on anybody's side. I'm on the side of not having division on this app and going on the smear.
Saying not having division, but you're then completely taken away. Okay. So what about the division to?
Go on.
So what about the division that black people feel on the app?
I'm not a black person. I cannot speak on black people. But I'm mixed. So that's my perspective I'm speaking from. Is that all right?
No, I'm saying to you, because you're saying that talking about racism causes division. Yeah? So I'm saying that we're not allowed to highlight, so if the black people...
When people are racist, what do you want us to do? Not talk about it?
Yeah, like, this is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, you can talk about it, but I don't believe that Pearl... I'm talking about Pearl. I don't believe that Pearl has been racist. She said what she said to white people.
Okay. Can I just say something, though? You know these racial talks that come up, right?
And yes, Elle has no clue. Elle lives in the 70s, blah, blah, blah. I've had racism all the time, and I'm prepared for my daughter to have it as well.
Elle?
In my opinion, Pearl is not racist, and that's it. Can you drop me
Okay,
out,
that's
please?
fine. That's obviously your opinion, but like you said,
Why have you dropped
obviously-
that? Yes, I am black, white, and Chinese.
Yeah, that's fine. But can I just say something? Obviously, you're saying that it causes division and stuff. You got to understand as well, these racial topics only come up when content creators make racial remarks. These conversations that don't happen on a daily, they literally happen when something happens on the app. Like, we don't have these conversations on a daily basis, just off the bat. Unless it's me and Paige or other black content creators that are on their stage talking about it, these discussions don't happen.
Torian, I think that I've held many discussions on racism also, you know.
Okay.
You and Paige, you do the most on this app. You do the most where racism is concerned, and I love and respect you. That's why I inboxed you that day. Remember, I wanted you to come on because I love what you have to say and I appreciate it. But I do bring up, if racism is brought onto TikTok, I also do bring it up, and it is.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, these only happen when something happened. Like for.
But then in the same breath, Torian, over the weekend, we've been told as white people that we shouldn't discuss racism on any Torian, on any basis at all. I don't feel like that's right either. So we can either talk about it or we can't.
No, well, what I said I do want white people to talk about it. More white people need to talk about it, but not white people that are going to talk about it and then the next day sit in a box with Angie or someone that's racist. I don't want that, like those white people talking about it, because you obviously don't care enough. Because how can you bring awareness on racism, but the next day be with Angie? Like, do you get?
Torian, that's not your decision to make on whether we care enough or not. It's really not. Like, it's based on how we feel, and if we
Sorry, Jay, just to interrupt them. You see, when you said it's not her decision, like, this is the worst thing about it. Stop fucking asking people. Stop bringing black people on stages, asking for our opinions, asking for our emotional trauma. Hold on, Jay, let me just finish. No one said that white people...
I was speaking, Paigey. I was actually speaking.
Yeah, but no one said that. That's what I'm trying to say. Please stop putting misinformation out there. Torian or I, or anyone that I've seen in the black community has never once said white people shouldn't talk about it. That's what I'm saying. So please say the correct phrases.
But their messages aren't from us either, of the white people. But they're not from us either. So what I'm saying is that, okay, as you two, as individuals, you've not said that, but we have had them comments to white people saying, oh, don't discuss racism. Look at these white people discussing racism. Oh, what do these white privilege know? It's not nice.
Right.
It's
Okay.
not nice. And as an individual, we haven't attacked you at all.
Okay,
So
let me just make it clear.
are not from us.
Yeah.
And just the same way, you haven't addressed us as white people, you two specifically, okay? But as individuals of other people, they have targeted us, black people, people of colour, which apparently I'm not allowed to say now either, even though Tori and Paigey, you said that it was fine if we say people of colour. Then you've got people saying, no, you can't say that, it's racist. What? I don't get it. Apparently not, Donna. Look at the comments. Oh, you can't say people of colour. You can't say... What? I don't understand. What can we say?
Toria.
I think it all depends on context. Me personally, I would just say from the BAME community. I wouldn't even say people, like, just if you feel like people of colour, you feel like it's what, just say the best thing I would say is people from the BAME community. That's the best way. That way
before, darling.
you won't get pardon?
I've never heard that before.
What, the BAME community?
The
It's
bang.
just like basically people of ethnic backgrounds.
I've never heard that, darling. I promise you. And I'm from
Asian
Birmingham.
ethnic minorities. It's like
yeah.
a shortened analogy of it.
But I asked you girls the other day, didn't I? I said, because Paige, you know I'm very open, yeah? We've had discussions about it. We've educated people together on a platform and said that white people can't say the HC, yeah? And I'm not going to say it because it is disrespectful. So, do you know what I mean? I've asked you questions that people want to know, but when people say, oh, you can't say people of colour, okay, so we'll say the black community. Oh, what do you mean by black community? And then we'll say, okay, well, them. What do you mean by them? But then all weekend, all I've heard is you lot, you lot, you lot. Again, and then you'll defend yourselves. Like, I don't mean it like that. We don't mean it like that either. It's just, it is literally just lingo. We don't mean to target people. When we say they or them, it's not just like in the same way when you say, well, you lot. It's the same.
I understand what you're saying. Do you know what it is?
I think we should all learn and respect each other. I think this is a massive learning curve for everybody to respect everybody, whether it's racism or discrimination. You shouldn't do it, end of. But all weekend, we've said, oh, well, you know, you guys or you lot or them, we're crucified for it. But then if you guys say it about us, it's fine. I don't get it. You have a voice, girls, absolutely. And I'll tell you something, do you know what? Do you want the truth? I was absolutely fucking furious with Pearl. And you don't know the conversations we've had. So how dare anybody tell any of us, oh, hold your friend accountable. Oh, you condone this. You don't know shit. You don't know nothing, the private conversations we have. What? Because we don't come on the app and humiliate people in front of thousands of people and rip her apart on live stream doesn't mean we've not told her privately that she's a cunt. We have many, many, many times.
Paige.
Listen, right, my biggest thing is, and I'll be so real, what everyone's witnessing, Jay, like you said, how you've had to be like police and monitor your words, Pearl this whole weekend, about how she's had death threats and that. Like, respectfully, like, welcome to the life of a black creator on a regular basis. I'm not having sympathy for no one no more. I understand, Miss Jane, I've got respect for you, I understand what you're saying. Do you not think we get this on a continuous basis? And the thing is about it, what I'm trying to say is it's not right, but we do not get to moan and cry about it. Because look at your comments right now. Rolling eyes, for fuck's sake.
No, don't do that, comments. Listen, that's what I mean.
So, Miss J, let me just finish, darling, please. I just let you talk. I'd mute the whole time and I let you talk, please.
Yeah,
go on, another thing. If I talk over you, I just got aggressive.
No, it's all right. I'm mute, sorry.
You've done it twice to me and I was a white woman, but look, bore off, see, it doesn't matter. This is my problem. What I'm not trying to say, what Pearl did is forever racist. She must be condemned for it. My problem was pointing it out. I'm not allowed to fucking do so. Because all weekend, I've had the looks of the same things. White lives matter, this is boring. Highlighting the racist. So my thing is, the white privilege, this is what I was talking about, white privilege. Pearl's issue was white privilege. She did not realise her privilege in a room that she was going to offend a community or someone that is black. And she had the privilege of having a word that is attached to, like, normally to her, which is just an animal, but has a negative connotation towards black people. We don't have that privilege. So when we hear certain things, we get triggered or we're going to hear it in a type of way or it's going to get to us. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So my whole problem is we was not allowed a minute or a second to be offended by Pearl. So where Pearl's going up and down and in and out, she's sorry 1 minute, then she's not, then it's fuck off, then she's sorry, then she understands, then she don't. We wasn't allowed any time as the black community to actually be annoyed at that because we're being told straight away by Tony and everyone else, get the fuck over it. What do you want? Blood from her? What do you mean? Why would I want blood from a 57-year-old woman? Because I want accountability. So now we're animals because we want the same attitude has gone to everyone, okay, Pearl, CLA, but not just that, forget about racism. Anyone that's offended people, whether it be the trans community, whether it's the LGBTQ plus community, whether it's a traveller community, it's gone on for days and days and days and days and days and days and days.
Yeah.
On the internet.
Can I just ask Paige, like, when will it stop? Like, because obviously Pearl...
Well, how misread? You had a live about Rosh that lasted 3 to 4 hours. Why was that not a when will it stop? Because that was a live awareness. It will stop, Miss. It will stop when she stops coming off the internet, Miss Red, saying sorry, they're not sorry, they're not sorry. Do you not understand? Does no one not see that? But she then said, Miss Pearl, you can't keep saying, Miss Red, sorry, you can't keep saying that when Pearl has took her apology back on public internet.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
I'm not even trying to come for her. I've been in Pearl's box the next day and spoke to her. You cannot sit there and keep... I feel like all of you are friends. When I say you guys, I'm talking about her friendship group because I've had so many white creators, big white creators on the app, be in my box and understand. Not be on my side, understand, Miss Red, what I'm saying.
I understand, Paige. I've watched it all weekend. I understand. I'm
trying to say then, so if you understand, she took it back. I've been tagged in 100 videos.
She did take it back.
She said that yesterday.
She took it back.
I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
No, she said she's done apologise and she's apologised.
She
said that as well.
She said now they're being racism or whatever it's called to me. Yep. That's what I'm calling it. I take it back because racism, whatever they call it, that's been happening to me now. That was her words. Yep. I'm not having a go. I'm not digging anyone out the same way energy I had. I didn't even have the same energy for Pearl, I'll be honest, as I did for CLA. And that CLA got blocked out my live yesterday for sending roses and hand hearts. I didn't even want to talk to her.
Thank you.
Yeah, she got blocked straight away out of my live. I had more respect.
CLA didn't aim it at no one, darling. CLA didn't aim it at anybody. She just said the word, didn't it? She didn't aim at anyone. Pearl aimed it at Swearing Shepherdess. She called her a orangutan, yeah, which is basically a monkey. So what are you talking about?
Nat, hold on before you.
It's used in every single song. In most songs. So go for rappers.
Whoa.
Wait, Nat, hold on. Sorry.
Wait, can I respond
respond to her? Can I respond to her? Can I respond to her?
Gillian, you're echoing really
That
bad.
word orangutan. But yet people use the word N every day in songs. Go for the rappers that
Nah, you'll have to
Bye,
Gillian
idiot.
Clark.
No, it wasn't Nat. It was Gillian.
That needs to go anyway. That's see exactly
But
what
do you know
I'm
what I
talking
mean,
about.
Paigey? Like, so Nat, I think is she part of the black community? That's
Yeah.
only.
Isn't she the one that was
So
like always just
she's
down
not
for
offended
CLA?
by it, but say you would be offended by it. Do you know what I mean? So it's very, very mixed, like opinions and personal preferences.
Isn't that
Racism is
not the one
racism.
that CLA's like biggest supporter?
would constantly keep going on about it. You would just be sitting there replaying the videos over and over and over again. They have the same energy, innit? Have the same energy. Because it's starting
Yeah,
it's starting
she's
to do my
CLA's
head in.
biggest
Because
supporter,
you
that
lot got
makes
to me.
sense.
You lot sound alive and got to me. Oh, you're enabling Chelsea or enabling this. So what's going on right now? What's going on right now? Please
Who are you
explain.
talking about
You gotta
specifically?
breathe, darling. You gotta let someone answer, darling. You gotta breathe. You alright?
Nah, who are you talking about specifically, darling?
In general, that's what I'm talking about.
But you can't generalise a conversation. I need to know because I can't answer. I don't want to answer for someone else.
I
That's
jumped
silly.
on this platform. When I jumped on Miss Red Live, I got stuck on, oh, why are you enabling CLA? But hold
Do
on,
you
what's
enable
going on right
CLA?
now? I don't enable her, no. I already told her about what happened when she said the N-word. I've already had a conversation with her, but
So
yeah,
why are you
me and
shouting at me
CLA
then?
still
I don't get
constantly,
it.
I'm not shouting at you. I'm just saying, because it's double standards. It's double standards. Like I said, if CLA done this, it would be a next story. Lot would keep going on about it. There'll be lives all day. Like, I see the
There
double
is.
standards.
There
Nat,
was.
darling, Nat, CLA never got 3 days coverage when she said the N-word, love. 2 days, 1 day, 2 days done.
I mean, I speak about it daily. So when you say she didn't get coverage, she didn't get coverage
Getting
from
the
you big
headache now.
creators. Can I just say
Still
this? Is what
getting
does
the
my head
headache
in.
now.
She doesn't get coverage from the big creators. No, don't. This is what does my head in. Me, Tori, and so many black fucking creators on this app have been talking about CLA. That's why she got blocked yesterday from my live. She wasn't allowed to be part of the conversation because she's screaming the N-word on the internet, babe. So, Miss, I don't understand what you're saying, but please don't do that. You bigger creators didn't have coverage for more than 1 day.
Paigey,
Yeah.
she did. Donna held a whole
No,
line
I'm
about
saying for more.
this.
You're saying for more than 3 days. I'm saying, as in the longest Pearl went to.
No, but
I'm
Nat's saying that Pearl hasn't been held accountable at all,
no,
and
no,
CLA
no. She's
got the
saying about
worst end.
CLA. She said we were doing, we didn't have these about Pearl, and we haven't spoken about Pearl this much, and we keep going on and on about CLA. We're still talking about Pearl and CLA, so I don't get her point.
Yeah,
Do you see what I'm trying to say,
100%.
Miss J? We're talking about both of them in terms of racism and using both of what they've done, I'm saying, as a point reference. When no one's gunning for them on a daily basis. I've not actually once said go over and Pearl. I've not once said that she should come off the app forever. All I said was if she's going to keep saying sorry and not sorry, and she's handling it badly in terms of, like, especially PR, if she's going to be someone that's big on the app, maybe come off the app for a couple of days to gather your thoughts together and approach it differently. That's all I've said.
I'm not excusing her behaviour, but she was drunk when she said it. Pearl weren't drunk when she said that. Do you know what I'm saying? There's other words that you can use to tell people. I understand she won't use that word orangutan, but like I said, orangutan.
I'm not
is not
defending
something
Pearl
you
though,
can
Nat,
use.
so
The
I don't
N-word
know.
It's no
But the
excuse to
N-word
use
is, the
racist
N-word is in every song that you
Being
listen
told
to.
you can't-
The N-word
you
is.
can't
Miss Red, who is
This
she
what I
actually
don't
directing
understand.
though? I don't get who she's shouting at. I don't get it.
Nat, stop shouting, please, darling.
Nat needs to take a breath.
See, but who are you
Stop
actually,
shouting
like,
at me.
because you're shouting at me about Pearl, but I don't
Can I
agree.
just
I
say
agree
Pearl
with
was
what-
drunk, so what's the difference now? Is that an excuse? No.
I don't
Being
get who
drunk
she's
is
shouting
not
at though.
excuse.
That's my problem. I don't get is she shouting at Miss Red? Is she shouting at is she shouting at Jay? Is she shouting at me? I don't get
I
who
think
she's
she
at.
knows who she's shouting at, to be honest with you.
I'm really confused because I'm not defending Pearl and I'm not defending CLA, so I don't get.
God, Nat, unmute, darling. Please don't shout because we can't hear you. The microphone distorts.
We're in the petrol station. That's why I'm shouting.
Oh, okay, darling.
Okay. But yeah, I don't want, like, I never once said that.
Sorry.
I never once said that we speak for the whole black community either, by the way. My thing was, like, all I've done on my platform is highlight afterwards the racism that has stemmed from the ripple effect of what Pearl did, and that's all I was saying. After the Pearl situation, I thought it was fine. She said her apology, but then she's come on live, started shouting again, and then there was the Tony situation. Tony using microaggressive racism is not okay. And so many creators on this app okayed it.
Regarding Pearl, please, Paigey, she is sorry. She couldn't be any more sorrier than what she is. Yesterday, it was anger, but she wasn't taking the apology back. It was all aimed at the people that were trolling her and sending her horrendous messages. You know, these people were outright outraged by what she said, but yet used her community and derogatory words, which you would call somebody from her community to be outraged by what she said. You know, that's why Pearl was fed up yesterday, darling. I promise you that, Paigey.
No, I guess I understand it. Doesn't take away the fact of the ripple effect of racism that's come from it. This is my biggest point. No one's listening and getting the bigger picture. I've not actually, the creator, shunned or said specifically, let's do this and this and this to this creator, or is this one direct person's fault, or people can't, have a second chance, be educated, or do you know what I mean? Like, no one deserves death threats and all these things, but no one's still sort of understanding what's now happened afterwards. Like, I'm trying to highlight the fact that we've not been told, okay, it's day 3 now, but it's a conversation about racism, so we're going to have it as long as we want. My point was, an hour after it happened, we're being told to shut up, put up, and carry on. We're being told, what do we want from Pearl? That's my point, Miss Red. Like, it's the implications after the fact has happened, and it's how we're still being tracked and viewed as a black community on the app. It's just constantly like, oh, it's boring, shut up, put up, blah, 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 etc., etc.
Did Nat want to respond?
Nat.
Yeah, sorry, Miss J. 1 minute, I just need to park my window. Yeah, sorry for shouting. Basically, I just don't understand why race is even an issue anyway. I just don't understand why people look at race. It doesn't really matter who you are, as long as you're good inside. That's all that should matter, to be honest. Like, I just think it's ridiculous, and I just think it's sad that this app's come to this, And I just think that when people do mad things, they should be held accountable. But like I said, when it happened, when CLA done it, it was constantly non-stop. People keep going on and on about it, not telling her that she should have a break and all of this nonsense. It's still going on till today, And Pearl's not being held accountable, as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, she could have used any other word. Why didn't she call her a chicken? Why didn't she call her a snail? Why didn't she call her a horse? There's so many other animals you can call someone. Why an orangutan? Knowing full well that it's going to offend a black person. Doesn't make sense to me. Do you get what I'm saying?
You're fully entitled to feel that way, Nat. I'm not even going to sit here and say,
No, but it's true, Miss J. She could have used any other slur she could have used. There's so many slurs in the world. Do you know what I mean? Why orangutan?
I get it, but I mean, I can only go by. I know you guys like hate when I say "but," yeah. It's just in my. That's just what I say, but.
I get it.
I can only go by like my personal experience with Pearl as a character, etc. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be offended. Absolutely, I was furious when I woke up the next morning and see the screen recordings. I was like, "What the actual fuck?" Yeah.
Yeah.
But she has said that to me and my kids before when they're in the background, and she's saying, "Oh, they're running. I can hear them running around like little orangutans." It's more.
I know, but like I said, it's not really a common word that you would use. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get it. I get not in our. No, not.
Like, I've never even heard anyone use that. Like my nan was full English white, World War II English, yeah, and she never ever used that word. I never ever heard my nan use that word, and you'd expect people that come from that generation to use that type of word. But
I can't even defend her on it because I don't, honestly, me personally, I wouldn't have said it. Yeah. So I can't. I've already had a conversation in private. But you know what it is, Nat? People are expecting me and Donna to come on here. Donna said the exact same thing as what Lucas said and what Zach said yesterday morning or whatever, and what EQ has said, but yet Donna's going to get ripped apart for it. I just don't.
But that's what people thought about me. People thought that I should have to sit there and literally rip CLA apart when she said the word N. Like, she apologised. Like, I know she's not racist. I'm with the girl nearly every day. She's definitely not racist, and I know that for a fact. But yet people will still sit on here and say she's racist because she said the N word. So why is it okay that I get the stick for it, but no one else does?
Do you know what?
How is that double standards?
I do want to say as well, because something was brought to my attention and these people are quite upset about it. So I don't know if you've seen, but on the app now there's a monkey filter. Now the Hardys have done a video. Obviously, I don't even think they know about. They're not. Do you know what I mean? They're very concentrated on Isla. Now people are now saying that they're racist and etc. etc. Like, do you not think that's going a bit too far? Because they've used the filter.
What filter is it?
It's just a monkey filter, but now they're getting so much hate. But that's down to TikTok. Speak to TikTok. Tell them to take
that's TikTok's fault. Because TikTok also had the fist bump as well.
Come back up, Jay.
The black and the white.
You what page?
All right, can we bring Tia back? Disconnected, though. Torium.
Can I
my throat is burning. I've been speaking for days. I can't
page.
talk. Sorry.
I know.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. My phone decided to bug out and restart. I'm really, really sorry. What have I missed?
I was just explaining that obviously.
Guys, what's going on with the...
I think TikTok's broken.
We've broken TikTok pages.
I actually think we might have actually broken TikTok, guys, because it's been doing this to me this morning as well.
Broken TikTok. My screen
Oh,
is
no, mine's being funny and lagging. Hold on, let me swipe out.
Guys, what's the live doing for everybody?
My TikTok's been lagging all morning. Like, since I joined your live, Miss Red, like, literally lagging. I had to turn my phone on and off.
That's what I've just had to do.
I literally had to turn my phone on and off because within 2 minutes you had, like, I don't know, 4K viewers. And it was glitching, screen freezing. So I had to turn my phone on and off. I was like, I'm missing it. And then...
you broke TikTok, man.
You broke TikTok, literally.
Also, Donna, Boss Callie is in the request. Get out. Go away.
Why? Block that Boss Calais out the room, please.
No one wants to hear what you've got to say.
Block him out the room.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I thought like this whole FYP live was to talk about Pearl. You know, she always says like orangutan, everything like that. I get how it can be offensive, but like we're bringing the whole racism thing into it about all other kinds of racism. And this is like, this is not on Pearl. I really don't think she's a racist person, and it's not fair to bring, it's really not fair. And like, it's, if you can see the chat now, there's a massive divide, a massive division, and this is what it's literally done.
It's sad to see, like, I'm gonna say, like, it's sad to see, like, it's a situation that should be spoken about, and it's important. You know, racism is important. People should be aware of it. People should be more educated about it. But unfortunately, I think things have happened over the weekend where it is causing a divide. And I'm not saying that people are meaning to do it, but it is happening. Like, I know what Pearl said is completely wrong, right? I've known since a child you should never say that word to someone from the Black community. I've known that as a child, right? And it's completely wrong what she said. And I'm not excusing her behaviour if she has taken that apology back. But what I will say to you, when there is a video going round on the FYP of Swearing Shepherdess laughing, joking and mocking the situation, in my opinion, it's mocking the situation. I can understand why Pearl is getting frustrated, because when I see that video, I'm a white person, and even I thought, well, you're mocking the racism, like you're mocking that situation.
She's taking the piss.
You shouldn't be laughing and joking about it, because you're making people think, well, hang on, there's creators going around the app like Paigey, going around the app trying to educate people and say, look, it's wrong, and then you're on your live laughing and joking about it, going, haha, I knew she'd slip up, haha, I was waiting for it. You are mocking it, and I know she has a right to feel a certain way, but I'm really sorry. In my opinion, she has mocked that situation, and it's wrong.
Yeah.
Do you not think by Pearl turning around, getting angry over messages which are trolls, which she should be accustomed to, of being on the internet and having a big following, though, do you not think that was mocking it?
Can I just say something, Paigey? Like, I know that you said you've had Torian, or you said your family's been targeted, but it's hit Pearl's family now. They're getting targeted, and this is...
Torian's kids got on a daily basis for like 3 weeks after Ange got threatened to be graped daily.
Any of your family are being targeted. It is not right at all. But I agree with Lewis, and I agree with the woman that came in before. The videos that are going around on the FYP of what Pearl is doing and what Swearing Shepherdess has done is causing a divide, because people are thinking, well, hang on, she's laughing about it and she's mocking about it. And if Pearl did take the apology back, other people are going to go, well, hang on, she's taking the apology back, which is causing a divide. It's taken away all of your work, Paigey, that you're doing to try and educate people.
I get that, but do you know what? Can I just say, because everyone's defending Pearl, everyone, friends or, you know, followers have all been like, okay, this is from Pearl's behalf. So on the side of Laura, I completely understand where she's coming from. Sometimes it's like any emotion but victim or sad. Any emotion but sad or aggressive, we're not allowed to feel. So sometimes I do it as well. So it's not even dark humour. Sometimes it is funny when racists reveal themselves. Sometimes it's fucking hilarious when you've been gaslit for so long about a certain person.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Like if you don't laugh, you will literally cry.
But not even just that. Sometimes it is hilarious when a racist reveals themselves, because when you've been gaslit for so long, okay, and told a person's not this way and a person's not that, and you're mad, you've received no racial abuse on the internet. My biggest thing is a big, massive bunch of creators don't like this specific woman, okay? That's your prerogative.
Pagey, there's reasons for that.
No, I'm not saying, so let me just land. There's not...
In Pagey, they don't just...
Okay, can I finish, Miss Red? Sorry. I'm not saying you don't have to like each other. I'm pointing out the facts. A big group of creators that are very known on this app don't like one woman. So what that now implies is that basically it's nothing to do with the colour of her skin. You can call her a bitch, you can think she's a bitch, you can hate how she does her animals, like you can have opinions on how she runs her whole life. That's fine. You're entitled to not like a lady. My problem is, just because I feel like this is my personal opinion now, just because you don't like her and many of you don't like her and the whole circle don't like her, when she talks about things to do with her race, it's completely devalued and completely fucking ignored, Miss Red. And to the point of I've had to come in, Taurine's had to come in. No one was listening to Laura about certain people's terminologies, how it made her feel, how it made the black people in her life feel. No one was listening. I was in her life for days watching her. No one was listening to a word she said. Every time she was talking to someone in a box or somewhere, she'd get shut down because, oh no, but she's a bitch. So what if she's a bitch? Unless she's a serial killer, like, you know, touching children, I don't think that she deserves anything that's been placed upon her in terms of the colour of her skin from the racism. So you're saying about Pearl, Laura's had this every day since she's been on the up. And a lot of it is by people that hashtag GG, but guess what? You're this, you're that. Hashtag Team Pearl, you're this, you're that. So she's having it every day consistently, but because people don't like her, it's okay. And I must now feel sorry for Pearl.
No,
when I didn't make that's my point.
Yeah, but
I didn't
everyone
make Pearl say
faces
nothing.
racism in their life, and it is really hard to take swearing shepherdess seriously with the amount
but
of
that
like
doesn't mean you don't take
shit that
racism
she's
seriously,
done on
Lewis.
the
That's my
app.
point.
Seriously,
You guys need to stop looking at who's delivering the speech when it comes to race.
I get that, but like you just said, Laura's having that emotion because of what she's gone through, right? So couldn't you say the same then for Pearl of how she's
I'm saying Laura has
on
that
her
every
live
day,
now?
darling, for months. I'm saying Pearl's had it for 3 days, I'm saying, and look at the erraticness and the emotion. You're telling me she's not sleeping, she's going on and off the app, like she's on 1 minute she's leaving, 1 minute she's not, and that's because she's emotional, you're saying, because of all the stress that's been placed upon her, because of all the nastiness, all the discrimination that she's faced, okay, for 3 days. So
she gets discrimination anyway because of her community.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not right. It's wrong. It's disgusting. So my point is,
the thing is, when she
about
gets
the
this,
argument.
Can I just say something, guys? Also, as well, do you not think Pearl's fucking annoyed with herself? Pearl is fucking...
No, I know, but it's just so much about Pearl. You're not getting it. Like, it's Pearl's feelings. My point is, Laura's had the same discrimination. I'm saying, forget about her being a bitch. Forget about what she's done, how she talks if you don't like her. I'm saying, in terms of the racism, guys, like, can we just please get back to the point? 'Cause that's my thing with Pearl the whole time. That's why I had such a calm conversation with Pearl, because it's not about... It's bigger than Pearl, if that makes sense. Pearl's made one comment, but it was the ripple effect after the comment. That's my issue, that's my worry, that's my problem. Okay, so Laura's had racial discrimination for over a year, disgustingly in the DMs, openly in public. And my thing is, I feel like it's been passed and shunned and put down because so many of the creators don't like her. You're allowed to not like her, but what I'm trying to say to you is it doesn't matter if she's the biggest bitch in the world. So when it comes to the terms of racism, why the hell have you listened to it when it's come from me, but because not listening when it's come from Laura? You need to stop worrying about the deliverance of a black woman and how she's liked. If we are talking about just specifically on racism, I feel like people need to hear Laura. Anything else, you know what I mean? If she's talking about kids and all that kind of stuff, I'm not sticking up for her. That's her prerogative. That's your guys' argument.
Okay,
but when it comes to racism, can you just give her the same sympathy, guys? Like a little bit.
No, like
please.
I don't agree with her receiving racism, right? But in reality and in real life, if say for instance I had 2 friends from the black community, one I didn't like anymore and one I did, I'm not going to go to the person that I didn't like anymore. I'm going to go to the person that I like. So I have listened to you, Paigey, because I like you and I think you're educational. I haven't watched Sharing Shepherdess because I don't like some of the things she's done. Nothing to do with her race. I just don't like some of the things she's done. So I've come to listen to you rather than her, because that's what I would do in real life. I would go to someone I like, not someone I don't like.
There you go. Hi, Pearl, darling.
Hello. All right, I've had a message. I said I wasn't coming in. I've had a message to say it's going on another level with this, right? I'm going to stare in here. Say what you want to us. Listen, I'm going to sit there. I'm going to listen. I need to learn from this. But can I explain? People saying I've took an apology back. I didn't take an apology back. What I said was I'm not saying sorry for that's a word I used. That's what I took back. That I just needed to clear that up. So now I don't care. Go on. I will sit quiet. Have you say, because it's not my friend's fault. And I'd be a pure Kent if I sat out of it and let them take the brunt. I'm here. I've said it. I've apologised. I'm sorry who I've hurt. But what I took back was I can't say sorry for using that word because it's a word I've used every day. That was what I took back. That. So say what you want now. I'm not going to butt in. Listen, I'm not going to mute unless a customer comes. I'm not going to mute, but say what you want and listen. It's a right to feel the way you're feeling. I'll stop talking. Go on. I'll just listen.
That's what I'm saying, Tori and Paige and everybody else. She hasn't took the apology back. She didn't take the apology back.
Why you need to be educated, because you of all people should know that back in the day it used to be no blacks, no whites and no dogs. So you should know, no blacks, no travellers and no dogs. So you should know this already. You shouldn't have to be educated about these things. You know how we've been discriminated against our whole lives. So I just don't understand where you're coming from with that. So if you can explain, that would be great.
Sorry, was that to me? Yeah?
Yeah.
I understand, and we still get that now, and there's still places we not allowed in. There's still shops we not allowed in. Our kids get it every single day. There's still shops we not allowed in. Sorry, who's that?
It's Matt. I've just paused the mic.
So I get that, and that's why I would never be racist. That night when I was arguing with Laura, that's the very, very, very first time I have ever argued with a black person. I didn't see no colour. I was arguing with Laura. She was arguing with me. I didn't see that. Listen, I know I'm going to get jumped on for saying that, but please believe me, I do not. How everybody said, I'm transgender. I'm not transgender. I haven't got anything against anybody of a different culture from me, a different colour from me, a different sexuality from me. I've got nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't take me apology back. I apologised to Laura. That was her choice not to take it, and I understand why she never took it. And everybody else who I offended, who never took that apology, that's theirs. Listen, I can only explain, right? And I said, and whoever's accepted my apology, thank you so much. What I took back was, so I'm not racist. Listen, we get it every day. I'm far from racist. What I took back was me saying, I use that word, I'm just going to mute.
Oh God, that breaks my heart.
This is the problem. Like, no one wants anyone to get upset, but like, I just like, the thing is with me, it's the point reference. Look at everyone's face, like Miss Red's face. Look at all the comments. Everyone's really sad.
You know why, darling? Because she is hand on heart.
No, I'm not saying she shouldn't be. Like, this is the thing, guys. I'm trying to be fair, and I feel like no one's, because of everyone else's bias, because you don't like this person, you love that person. You're not.
I'm not biased, Paige.
No. Let me finish. When I say Miss Red, I'm saying this is the same sympathy that Laura or other black creators should be getting when they're crying over situations as this. I'm saying, forget about, the arguments between each other. I'm not saying to cry for no reason. When it's this discussion specifically, I wish, because I feel for Pal. I felt bad the next day. Like, Pal said it off her own back. I felt bad for it even being in my life, Miss Red. Like, I didn't want anyone to come on a witch hunt for one specific woman. I'm still a woman. So I can still have feelings. But my issue is, like, when people hear Pearl cry, I can see the sympathy pour straight in, and it's genuine sympathy towards her, is my point. I don't feel that when Laura cries, and I just want to know why. That's my biggest thing.
I don't watch her live. I'm going to tell you something. Sorry, I'm going to say something. So it's like you said, like Pearl's apology was very backhanded. When then she's now all of a sudden saying, "Oh, you think that she's now taken the apology back." But do you not think it was a bit of a piss take and a bit of a mockery that Laura was on live laughing and joking? I didn't see you and Torian bouncing up. Oh my God, yes, we've got a white person to say this about us. Blah 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 blah. didn't see
No,
you
but
laughing
I've not
about
had
it,
the same
'cause it's not
abuse
funny.
that
No, but Paige,
Laura.
it's not funny though, is it? So when she's done that, she's done the exact same thing to another serious situation. It kind of takes the piss, Paigey.
Okay, so what
Nobody that's
about?
gone through racism and has gone through that sort of gaslighting starts laughing and chuckling, that evil little smirk that she's got. It's not funny. So if Pearl went on live, started laughing, she wouldn't have got that fucking energy, let me tell you, because people would
No,
have
she
ripped
would
her
not.
apart if Pearl went on laughing, and it wasn't funny.
Yeah, but she's not. Laura's not the one that said it,
But don't
babe.
laugh. It doesn't. I don't care how she reacts to things, Paige. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but I
Read the
laughed
room.
when Rickster had his little microaggressive comment yesterday.
like
'Cause
if someone
I found
done
it
that.
shocking. Oh, was that me echoing?
I don't know.
But again, like in reality, like if somebody,
And I
if
completely
somebody
hear
was
what you're saying.
crying
It doesn't look.
and then expected and then was laughing and joking about it, I wouldn't go and sympathise with a friend if they did that in reality. If she was crying at me 1 minute and then laughing and joking about it in the next minute, I'd be like, mate, I love you, you're my friend, but what are you doing? Like, you want in sympathy 1 minute
Paige,
and
you
then
weren't laughing all weekend. I didn't
No.
see you. You know, when you even feel like, maybe even, you feel like, see, racism exists, but I didn't see you sit there and laugh, Paigey, because it's not funny. Who the hell sits there, goes on a live stream? If you want to laugh in private, you do you. Do you know what I mean? That's not my business.
Can I just
But if
say
you're going to go
something,
on in
Sorry,
front
go
of
on.
thousands of people and go, yes, it's very
happening.
bittersweet moment.
sad.
No.
Can I just say
What the
something quick?
fuck?
Yeah. Obviously, I understand. I've been this because I'm at work, so I'm just kind of.
Can anyone take her serious?
I understand. 1 second, can I just say what I'm going to say? Obviously, can I just say, yeah, even if Laura did come and laugh and do all these things, it still doesn't take away the fact that a comment we don't know how she's feeling. Yeah, she might have laughed. We don't actually know what she's actually feeling. She might have laughed on the live and came off the live and started crying. Like, you don't know that.
But then why
No,
is
but
it
what
different
she's
when Pearl starts
presenting
crying? What I'm
is
saying
bad.
is, Torian, is that Pearl and Paige said obviously people are feeling sorry for Pearl, yeah? So Pearl can actually show genuine emotion that she's upset, yeah? She hasn't laughed about it or anything. But if Pearl did go on and laugh about it, Torian, please, you would have something to say about Pearl laughing about
You're
it.
not
Of
getting the
course
whole
you would.
point. Pearl's the one that said the offensive thing. So
Yeah,
if
of
Pearl come
course,
on and
but it's
laughed
still
about
not
causing
funny. You can't go on
offence.
and laugh about it,
No,
Paige.
but
It's
if
not
Pearl,
funny.
but then yet again, darling, do you know what you're doing? You're policing how black people are allowed to feel in a certain situation after racism's been done.
But it's
But
how it's
that's happening with
perceived,
that's happening with
Paigey.
Pearl.
No, but Pearl's the one, guys, please realize, Pearl's the one that said it. Pearl's are taking her own
Yeah, no, but I'm on about
accountability.
emotion, Paige. You picked up on Pearl's
I'm
emotion
taking
and said everyone feels sorry for
I
her.
have said it. It's come out of my mouth.
Yeah, but you're taking accountability for
I'm
that, Pearl,
taking
I'm saying.
accountability. That's what I'm here
Yeah,
for. And
so
everyone's
if
to have a
she...
dig, please. Honestly, I deserve it. I deserve every
No,
bit
but that's
of
my
it.
point, and you're saying that off your own mouth, so I don't get what everyone else... My thing is, Laura didn't say it. She is, I don't care. I know it's going to hurt your gut brains, guys, because you hate her so much. Laura is and has been a victim this weekend. So if she's laughing or crying, you can't compare it to Pearl laughing or crying, because Pearl's the one that's caused
I
offence.
haven't laughed.
No, I'm not saying you have. 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 I'm saying in regards to everyone saying, oh, she laughed about it, Laura laughed about it. Laura is the victim. Stop putting the victim and the perpetrator in the same bracket and expecting them to have the same emotion or it be portrayed as the same. If someone went out, okay, and got abused or got hurt in the street and they made a dark humour joke about themselves as a victim, no one would sit there and tell them how to act. But that's a bit, you might think, oh, I wouldn't do that, or, I wouldn't react that way, but you wouldn't tell them out loud and outlandishly how to act and feel.
If it was my
You
friend,
wouldn't
I
then
would.
compare them, the person that got abused, to the abuser.
No,
and go,
Paige, I'm on about emotion. I'm on about
No, but the
emotion.
emotion is still important, darling, because it's
Yes,
it's
I know,
the
but Paige,
intent.
so
She's
Pearl's
Fred, if you just let me
crying.
know when I can talk, because I don't want to interrupt anybody.
So Pearl's crying, yeah. So her emotions are valid, correct?
Yeah, everyone's emotions valid, but I'm saying you're policing, darling, how Laura
No, Pearl
can
said a racist
respond.
comment. I'm going to say it out loud. Pearl already knows my thoughts and feelings about it. What I'm not going to do is start ripping into her on here, yeah? I'm not saying that that's what you want. I'm saying
you're ripped into the
audience...
victim.
No, I'm saying the audience wants us to do that, okay? But I know that you don't, and I'm not going to do it. But what I'm saying is, we can't say, oh, well, Pearl did do it, blah, 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 she should be crying. Absolutely. But then if Laura was the victim, which absolutely, it was a racist comment, Pearl, you know this, yeah? Regardless of whether you meant it in a way or not, that is...
Now, I understand that now, and that would never, ever, ever. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. If I'm on a live and I'm at the kids or at anywhere, yes, you're going to hear us say it. I can't just stop overnight saying that. I've said it all my life. But I know now, never, ever, ever to use that word to a black, can I say this, a black person or a person of any other ethnic group.
Yes,
I cannot, in fact, I can't say it to anybody outside of where I say to my own family. So I've learned a massive lesson from it.
You've learned.
Obviously, I understand that you say it to your grandkids and your friends and that, but you also got to understand the context of what you say it to your grandkids and what you said to Laura is two different things. So I think I feel like with Pearl, I'm not going to lie, like, I feel like you really do need to take more accountability, because it's good that you're saying, one second, you're saying you're apologizing, whatever, but then in the same sentence, you're saying, but I use that word, but I'm still going to use that word. But, like, do you get what I mean? And I'm not telling you,
I'll try to stop
but when you
using that word, but I can't
sorry, 1 second. When you apologize, Pearl, 1 second, darling. When you apologize and then come back and say, do you know what, fuck you, I'm getting racist comments, I'm not apologizing. Like, it's offensive, because it's like, what, like, was your apology genuine? Do you get what I mean?
Sorry,
I
Tori.
promise you, everything I love in this world, my apology was genuine. And then I got mad, I got angry, because just how you said, we get targeted every single day too. Every single day. So please believe me, in my heart, if I never have the power to say anything belonging to me alive again, I am truthful. That was not meant. When I was arguing with Laura, I didn't see a black woman. In fact, I didn't even see I was in a room full of black people. I'm sorry, I can't say it no other. It'll never happen again. That is the first time I've ever even had an argument with a black person. Right, me and Angie, he's another one. Angie, me and her, so the way it was said to Laura is when me and her argued was the exact same way I said it to her, and that was wrong. I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said it to nobody.
It's not the word that's the problem, pal, you know. It's obviously it was the wrong word to the wrong person. It wasn't the word that was the problem, it was the person that you said it to, you know. But I know that I have had Angie in the box, but with Torian and Paige in the room, I don't want things to escalate. So Angie, if you want to come when Torian and Paige,
I'll keep muted. If you did want to, if you wanted to even rise her out, I'm happy to keep muted the whole time. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not immature. I'll mute if you want.
I'll drop down. Have a good day, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Chelsea. Angie, if you're in here and you want the box, request the box again, Ange, because she did request the box, you know, while the show was starting, but obviously I didn't want it to escalate.
Are the girls comfortable, Torian? Because I know that you've got a big issue with Ange, so are you sure you're comfortable with her in, yeah?
Yeah, I'm on.
Okay. Guys, I want to share the live to Angie, because I think she's left.
And whoever is sending threats to, and listen, I don't even like Laura, I really don't, but she doesn't deserve, you know, D threats, yeah? Neither does Torian, neither does Paige, neither does Pearl.
Especially,
I mean,
Laura
even me and Donna have got these threats. Even me and Donna have had D threats to our kids. Like, what the hell? It's not fair. Stop directing your hate at people's kids, man, for God's sake. Whether Laura's a good person or not, stop it. Torian, stop. Paigey, it's not fair. Like, who on earth do you think you are?
This is what I've received over the last 24 hours.
But listen, that's what I've jumped up to say. Please, yes, I deserve all what's coming to me, but my family doesn't. They haven't said it because they get enough shit. Just how you've said, Paige and Tori, they get enough shit every single day without something I have said and them taking the shit over that. But especially as well, my friends, they haven't said it. They have said it, and I am truly, truly sorry for saying that. Truly sorry. But listen,
someone enlarge Paigey a minute. Read that one for a minute. Enlarge that, a mod.
People to be honest, so I am going to go out, and if you need us back in, just share the live to us and I will come back in.
Okay, Pearl, thank you, darling.
Bye.
And then Donna, show your ones as well. Torian, show yours as well, because it's sick.
Guys, I really don't want to interrupt, but I know there's loads of other people that want to come in the box. I just really want to say something really quickly. because everyone knows that what Pearl said was really wrong. What I really don't like, and I think I would hope that the majority of people feel the same, is that you can see it's affecting a lot of people's mental health now, and absolutely nobody deserves this. Nobody deserves the messages that anybody's getting right now, and whoever's doing that absolutely should be held accountable for that. But there is a chance to educate people, and I think Pearl is genuinely sorry. And I also think, I don't know much about the travelling community, but I know a little bit because I have relatives that are dating people in the travelling community. But a lot of people seem to think that people would normally say cheeky little monkey, but a lot of travellers find the monkey word quite offensive in their beliefs and in their culture. So, you know, people trying to say that that was the word that could have been used in regards to her grandchildren, but actually no, because for some travellers that's actually really offensive. That's kind of all I wanted to say. I just try to be kinder to people, because nobody should be getting this hate, and nobody should be sitting there. And you can hear Pearl, she's taken all this hate and she's taken it like a champ. And you know, this woman is taking it a lot more. Most people have deleted their account and they'd have ran away, and she's not doing that. So can we just give her a bit of credit for that? And Jay, I think I've seen you in most boxes this weekend, and you've handled it brilliantly and been so fair, and so has everybody. Nobody's said that what Pearl said was right. We're saying that stop being so hateful and like targeting now so specifically. It can be an educational tool. Sorry, I've rambled on, but that's
Can
what
I just say something? Sorry, because obviously a lot of people, when I put up a lot of these messages, a lot of people are telling me they're trolls. This man is not a troll. He's got a whole reptile page, which I'm sure children go on. He's got over 7,000 followers. This man has been in my DMs talking about I'm scum, I'm black scum, making references to Palestine. This is a real man on TikTok, right? This is a real man on TikTok. Pardon?
What's his account name?
1 second, I'll get it.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna have to leave the box and get it. One moment.
Names, then get them. Then those account names. Absolutely, we should all mass report and get them blocked if they're doing that to people, because that's not acceptable. That is going to cause hate between so many people.
From the river to this. Oh wow. But Nicola, yeah, I you know, I've expressed how I feel about it to Pearl in private. Do you know what I mean? Did I make her feel very good? Probably not.
No, but you did what all friends would do. You call her out, you tell her what's wrong, and you know, and she is trying to learn.
Do you know what, Nicola? I have so much love for Han as well. Hi, Han, Torian, and Paige.
Yeah.
Like they
all spoke beautifully as well.
They're my friends as well. Do you know what I mean? As well as Paige, and as long as Pearl, these girls are my friends too. And it's yeah.
It's not a good situation, I can imagine, but when I heard Pearl then, you know, you can see it's taken its toll, and she feels, you know, obviously Donna's her friend, and she can see Donna trying to have a good discussion. I don't know. This isn't a discussion that's ever going to end, because racism is always going to be there, but we need to stop it becoming specifically at one person. We should just educate as many people as we can from all sides, everywhere in the world. You know, everyone faces prejudice, and that's a fact, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I just hope that people can, you know, give Pearl a second chance, not just because she's my friend, but she's got a lovely heart, she's a lovely woman, and it really just was, you know, wrong word at the wrong time. I promise you that.
She's something so out of context.
I believe that. That is the gospel truth. Please just give Pearl a chance to redeem herself. That's all I'm asking. Just give her a chance to redeem herself.
Do the same, like, because
thanks for letting me in though, guys.
I'll do the same for Laura as well though, please, because everyone's saying that Laura's had this and this against her. Like, respectfully, Pearl's, this is not the first, second, third, fourth, fifth time that I've seen Pearl had to come up and defend herself over offending someone or a community. Yeah. She has a lot of issues with the trans community. There's a lot of issues with other people in other communities, but everyone's saying no. This is my thing. So you can say no as a supporter of Miss Red and blah, 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 but if you're in it as an unbiased, genuine supporter, like, that's a normal person that isn't sheepish enough to be able to have the, like, differentiate between being a supporter of one person and, like, being anti-racist, like, to the normal common people, to the ones that actually have a bit of a brain. It'd be nice if you had that same sympathy for Laura. I know she won't get it, I know she won't have it because is a clear issue and reason why. Same way as in to me, I didn't get the same sort of sympathy straight away. Tony got more when he came in, jumping up, calling me a dealer, calling Torian a bitch, calling me a wrong un, calling me a racist. I even then didn't get sympathy. Tony did. So to be honest, you guys in the comments, everyone talking, as much as you thinking it's like not going the way that we want it to go or people don't agree with us, if anything, you're proving my point every single day. So many of you are proving my point that black people have been so desensitized in the media and in society that you guys don't give a shit. Most people in the comments do not give a shit about black people in their lives. And you're sitting there saying boring, it's boring, carry on, yawn, 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 all of that kind of stuff. We've been, and it's not that you don't care about humans or human lives. Black people have been so desensitized because we've been so negatively portrayed, okay, within society. It's very easy for you guys to not have sympathy, and it's shown and it's clear. Go and read the comments, go and scroll up, go and have a look at what people are actually saying. I'm not talking to you like the guys that care. If the shoe fits, the shoe fits. I'm not talking to everyone. I'm saying if the shoe fits, the shoe fits. All the people that are commenting when all over the weekend when we're having these discussions talking about it's boring, yawn, next conversation, leave Pearl alone. But I've not had one, how are you, Paige, from the people that are saying leave Pearl alone, from the people that are saying Tony's great and all of this lot. Stop being a bully. I've not seen you come and check on my mental health or Laura's mental health or T's mental health. So that's just my biggest thing. A lot of people in the comments right now are showing us and proving what we're saying in the first place. You can say wow till the cows come home, baby girl. Like, it's not going to make no difference to the situation and how black people feel on the app. I'm sorry. Your offence and your sadness isn't going to change the fact that we do not feel that we are respected or understood. Sorry.
Can I just butt in and say something? I support Laura. And over the last year, the comments and the backhanded racism that woman faces every day is disgusting. From the N-word to gollywog to asking her, does she live in a mud hut, in comments, to death threats, to speaking about her family. It's disgusting. Whether you like Laura or you don't, racism is not okay. No one in the last 3 days has asked about Laura's mental health, how she's feeling. That's not okay. That's not okay.
Like, what my kind of big issue here now is, like, just from the back of everything that's happened this weekend, like, it's not even the fact where, you know, somebody's saying, well, why don't we think about Laura's mental health or Pearl's mental health? It's more of like the battle of the oppression. It's always, okay, when we're speaking about, you know, racism within the black community and it's coming from somebody from the white community, it's automatically justified. It's automatically kind of, there's an excuse behind it. Do you know what I mean? There's always a but, if, maybe. And that's what's really, really, really uncomfortable for us, to come on stages with big creators and actually have people in the comments and people in the boxes actually try and say that, yes, it was wrong. Yes, it was this. Yeah, but it's not about it being wrong. It's about it being racist. Call it what it is. And I think that's what's probably the saddest thing. And everyone's kind of thinking that it's kind of, let's crucify Pearl. It's never been about Pearl. It's not a personal thing. And I think that's where a lot of creators are getting it a little bit twisted. I think it's making it personal for the creator. It's nothing to do with Pearl as a person. It's more to do with what is racism and how is it being affected by other creators that are black creators. Do you get where I'm coming from? So
totally.
I think,
but on the back of that, someone said earlier, I think it was Miss J, that she was laughing about it. Now, if Laura and Laura did, she came on and she was in tears. I watched that whole live.
Yeah,
and I know, Han, you was in there because I saw you comment.
Yeah,
she was in tears. That woman is broken.
Yeah,
broken.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Laura. Like, I'm a really good friend, obviously, of Sweden, so I've never really been a fan of Laura's in terms of like personal, but even I was able as a black woman to put that aside and say, do you know what, let's come together as the black community and support that girl, because it's not nice and it's not right for us to put it as like we're going to put her up as a personal thing. We don't like Laura, so we're not going to, you know, back her. Like, it's disgusting. At the end of the day, that girl, whether she deals with it the way that you guys feel like it's the right way to deal with it. It's not really us to question it. And I think as Black community, we're always stereotyped and put into a box and category. And it's always, well, they should do this and they should react like that, and kind of always dictated. Like there's always a form of dictatorship behind our reactions. And that's what's like the root of racism. Whether she laughs about it or whether she cries about it, it's for her to deal with.
But
Do you know what I mean? Like,
this is my point. So, for example, if she was to cry about it, she would be victim shamed. She would be like, well, why are you crying?
Yeah.
On the other hand, if she's laughing about it, why are you laughing? You're not taking it seriously. This woman cannot win no matter what she does.
Yeah. And I also like to say as well, and add, I get that and I understand it, and people shouldn't be saying these things to her, it's disgusting, I get that. But what about the creators that were put on that petition? What about how they felt, the fact that they were being called racist? What about,
I can't comment on the petition because
I haven't seen the petition.
Everybody's feelings matter. Do you know what I mean?
I think the petition is purely because this woman has endured so much crap over a year. Whether you like her or not, this woman has been goaded and goaded.
That petition was purely for racism. It was a petition about racism that she suffers with, but there was people missing off that list that are actively racist on TikTok.
I didn't do the petition, so I can't comment on that.
Oh, do you know what it is, Donna? With the petition, I think in where it's coming from, I don't think it's more of like, okay, we're going to personally attack these creators. I think it's more of, why don't people and the creators on TikTok stand up for the Black community when there is race issues, whether it's with CLA, whether it's Pearl, whether it's DG, whoever it is. It's like, it's besides the point. It's can we highlight the other creators that need to stand up behind us and defend us and speak about it? Do you know what I mean? Because you know what they say, like, if you don't speak about justice, somewhere, it's injustice anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So you have to kind of think of it like, okay, well, if Donna now sees a live that's going on where somebody in a creator has said something that's racist, can she fire up a live and stand up and say, actually, no, I disagree with that?
Petition, by the way. Sorry.
Do you get it? I haven't seen the petition, I'll be so real.
No, and I will say, Laura knew nothing about the petition. Laura didn't know anything about the petition. Laura didn't make it. Laura didn't know anything.
Okay, so Miss Red, if in sense of that then, okay, fair enough. Let's go with run with that. Are we going to have the same? Tony didn't do a petition, but what he did do with his massive following is run around to 6 different boxes, start up 3 different lives, completely devalue and talk on mine and Torian's name and slate the shit out of us, calling us racist. That's an own petition. So where do we go with that then? What are we going to do about Tony?
I'm telling you lot now, because listen, one thing about me, I don't play about my race and I don't play about people. Tony, I'm coming for you. I am coming for you, because you know what? The way you spoke to us yesterday was outrageous. It was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting, mate.
See, my thing is, like, Miss Red, it's not about people. We're not judge and jury. None of us are. I'm not race, judge and jury either. We can't stop or control what people do. I can't stop people from being a bitch or being lovely and great. My thing is the comparison of when people are doing the same type of behaviour and one's getting more sympathy or one's getting more awareness than the other. So with the swear and check thing, if she had a personal vendetta against whoever, I don't even know, I've never seen this list, I don't know, but whoever she's got a personal vendetta on, if we're going to get at her for that, now let's also get at Tony, because he's basically done a verbal version of a petition. He's run around this app on the one day that I'm trying to highlight, talking about racism. The 2 people that aren't sitting there saying F Pearl and that are trying to educate her, that Pearl was fine with, he's basically done his own version of the protest and his own version of a little petition, and he's run around many lives and spoke on mine and Torian's name in the most negative way. So, like, what happens there then? Because I'm not getting sympathy from that. He called us bitches, he called us dealers, he used every stereotype possible from a man who's a minority. He gave that women should be seen, not heard. He said we should shut up, I'm racist, I'm not half black, he was saying a lot of things. So why do I where's my tears, guys? Where's all my sympathy? Where's my sad faces?
Exactly. Paige, one sec. I'm just going to drop here because I just want to show you a message that I just got literally right now while I'm on this live. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to come right back.
Yeah, I'm going to drop in a minute, but I just want to say the sympathy for Pearl should be the same sympathy that you have for Laura. Everyone is forgetting the comment was made to Laura. Whether you like Laura or you don't, At the end of the day, it was a racist comment. The woman is allowed to feel the way she is allowed to feel. No one should be telling her any different, whether she is laughing about it. You have to understand this woman has been facing racism on a daily for over a year. In DMs, on a live, in comments. This woman is allowed to feel the way she is feeling. And what she said,
I agree with that.
Someone said that she was punched in the air. She wasn't punched in the air in terms of, yes, Pearl said it. It was the fact that she knew at some point some creator was going to do it, because it has been coming at her backhanded for over a year. She didn't know it was going to be Pearl. It was going to come from a creator, and it just so happened it had to be Pearl.
Can I just say something, Kaz, on that one? I'll be so real. Just as like somebody that's an outsider that watched that live, that was in the box as well. The way Laura reacted to Pearl was trivial compared to what I would have and anybody else in a real life. You've got to remember this. You had 4 girls that were up in the box, myself, Tori and Paige and Laura, who were black in that box. And when she said it, like I said to Tony the other night, we could have come for Pearl. We could have ripped her to shreds if we really wanted to, but we didn't. So I'm so sorry if somebody wants to sit here and say, well, Laura was jumping up in the air because Pearl had said it and she felt like she'd won the lottery. I'm so sorry. The backlash that Pearl got that night could have been 10 times worse from us as black women. So let's not try and sugarcoat it and make it seem like, okay, well, Laura was jumping up to make sure that, you know, Pearl had actually been like, do you know what I mean? She said something that was racist and she was happy about it. It's nothing to do with that. We dealt with that with the most dignified way that we could possibly deal with it. I'm so sorry. That was so respectful, the way that we dealt with it. And the way, like, I had friends calling me up watching the live saying, well done for the way that you kept your composure on that live. Like, big up all you 3 girls. Because we didn't fit into the stereotype of typical black women, of the angry black woman, of, yeah, she's lost her cool, look at her, she's mouthing off again. We didn't fall into that stigma. We actually rose above that and actually show people that we could have a civilized conversation. We can educate Pearl and call her out on her bullshit by actually being respectful whilst still trying to reserve our dignity. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So let's not do that, and let's not make it seem like Laura was jumping up in the air because Pearl had said it. Pearl said it. No one held anything to Pearl's head to make her say that. You do realise she said it on her own accord, and with the amount of energy and vim behind her. So nobody forced her to say that. She said it because she felt like she wanted to say it, aimed at a black woman. Whether her intentions were pure or not is besides the point.